Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am back with my first story time, you guys. I actually get so many questions on how my daughter passed away, so I just thought I would put it into a story time for you guys. So yeah, you guys already know my husband, Alfonso. Say hey, baby.
What up?
Yeah, we call him Al for short, you guys. But we just wanted to come and, like I said, tell you guys how to. So I eased out of the bed to use the bathroom, and I got back in bed before I knew she was up. And he went to the bathroom and he heard her cough that morning. And he said, "Babe, do you know what that sound like?" And I said, "What?" He said, "It kind of sound like pneumonia." And I was like, "You think so?" He was like, "Yeah." I said, "Well, okay, I'll just call her doctors just to be sure, And he said, "Okay." So I called her doctors that morning and made her appointment to come in the same day because I don't know for you guys if it's the same where you may live or whatever, but here they try to push mothers to before taking your child to the ER, take your child to their doctors or whatever. So we ended up taking her to her doctor that afternoon, and you can go back.
We took her to the doctor that afternoon, and we took her. The doctor took a while to see her, and when they took her in the bag, she was real clingy to me. It was a little bit more than usual. I asked the doctor, I said, "Are you going to check her oxygen?" And they said there's really no need to check her oxygen. She was perfectly fine. So then they transferred her to the back. She finally was seen by the doctor around probably about 4:30 in the afternoon, p.m.
It was almost closing time when we went.
Yeah, almost closing time when we went. And then when they saw her, the doctor checked her over, basically told her that she had a upper respiratory infection, more up in the nose area, that it was nothing really serious. Give her some saline drops. She's going to get worse before she get better, but she will get better. It sounds worse than what it is. So
he kept telling her that he thought she had pneumonia.
And I asked the doctor point blank. I said, "Do you think she have pneumonia?" The doctor said no. She don't have pneumonia.
And she actually listened to her.
I hear no pneumonia.
Mm-hmm.
She don't have the signs of someone who may have pneumonia. So no pneumonia there. She have an upper respiratory infection. So I said, she don't need no amoxicillin or nothing. She said no. So we left there probably around 5:30.
Mm-hmm.
We left there probably around 5:30. We stopped and picked up her saline drops that she needed. We got her home about 6:15. And when we got home about 6:15, her mother started to cook.
Yeah.
And I sat on the couch. Her mother was cooking. And we put her on her little play mat. And she just sat there. And she crawled in a circle. And then her mother was standing in the kitchen. Her mother said, "Look at her. She's just staring at me."
Mm-hmm.
And I looked at her. And she just stared at her mother. And then I sat on the couch. I went with her mother at, because her mother was cooking fish. I came back and sat on the couch. And she crawled over to where I was at and pulled up on me. And when she pulled up on me, I sat her on my lap. And when I sat her on my lap, she was facing outwards into the room, looking forward. And then she went to sleep. Mother said, "We're going to put her down. We're going to make her a bottle." So her mother made her a bottle. And when she made her a bottle,
She never ate. She was asleep.
she was asleep. So Mom said, "Well, I'm going to wake up and go ahead and feed her a bottle," because she didn't eat that morning because she didn't have much of an appetite. And then she proceeded to wake her up. And then
I normally tap her bottom when I go to wake her up. It's just.
And I came into the room. The room was right where side where we was at. And when she went in there, she said something was wrong with Lamia. I said, "What's wrong with Lamia?" "Just something wrong with her." I proceeded to go to Lamia and I picked her up. When I picked up, I noticed that she was blue and gray. eyes was gray. I told her mother, I said, you need to call 911 right away. And I started doing CPR on her right then. And I told her to call her mother because her mother stayed about a block over from my house. I proceeded to do CPR on her. I did CPR on this child for almost 45 minutes. It took for the ambulance to get there. When the ambulance finally came, they proceeded to do CPR on her. And they did CPR on her probably another additional 30 minutes. And we stood outside the ambulance while they proceeded to do CPR on her. They said every time we did CPR on her, she had a heartbeat, but the moment we stopped, the heartbeat goes away. So probably around 7:40, 8 o'clock, they pronounced her dead. So we was home less than 2 hours and she died. And I remember the next day I called to her clinic where she was seen in. And I just had rage and I had anger and I had pain. And I had pain for a couple of reasons. I had pain because that was my child that died. I had pain because that was her first daughter and my first daughter. And any man that loves his better half, they don't want to see him hurt. And I didn't want to see her hurt like she was hurt. Because that was a pain that I knew I couldn't take away. I can give all the gifts in the world, but that pain I couldn't erase. That pain was permanent. It was embedded. And I had to grieve, but also comfort. Because I felt like I love my daughter with all my heart, but a mother have a bond with a child that a father could never understand because a mother carries that child. It's easy for us to help create it, but a mother, she carries it, she nurses it, she watches it grow. Even if the man stay or go. So we processed that. But get back to this. The next day I called the doctor's office and I asked him, I said, I wanted to speak to the doctor that saw my daughter. They said she's not working. I said, what seems to be the problem? And I explained to him my daughter went in there to be seen. And she was sent home, said it was nothing serious. And I said she got home in less than 2 hours of her being home, she died. And the exact words, they had the person, because the clinic that we went to is actually connected to the emergency room. It's actually a branch of the hospital. And they do everything together. So if something is severe, they send them to the emergency room. So it's basically connected. It's not an outside branch. It's basically connected with the hospital. So the president of the hospital called us the following day, right? Following day and talked to us. So basically I explained my situation and he basically told me this. He said, if you had more concern about her, you could have took her somewhere else. Now, I don't mean no harm, but if the child is sick, you take him to the doctor or the hospital. He basically told me I can take him somewhere else. The closest somewhere else is an hour away. I feel like that she was let down in the sense of they really didn't care. It took 6 months for her autopsy to come back. 6 months later, her autopsy came back. When her autopsy came back, it says in big words, her cause of death was pneumonia. So the very thing I asked them, did she have? And they said she didn't have it. What's caused her to die? Their own coroner at their own hospital told us if she would have seen, she would have lived. So if I can give any advice to anyone, if something don't seem right, these doctors know some things, and not all doctors is bad. But some doctors just don't care about their patients in the sense of being thorough.
Or some doctors are just ready to go home when it's time to go home.
I I just think it was a more thorough thing with her. She wasn't thorough at all.
She wasn't.
You
No,
know,
so we never even got a second person never even came in.
at the end, that was the end result. And that was, my daughter would have been 5 years old this year, coming up in January.
Yeah.
She was 5 years old.
And she was 8 months when she passed away.
And she was 8 months when she died. And that was our first daughter. And that was the love of our life.
That was my baby boy.
But to say this in a nutshell is, if you don't like the answer, don't take what they give you. Keep on pushing. Never give up.
If you go to your kid's doctor, like they always keep trying to push parents to do, you guys, and you do not like their answer, you better go to the nearest hospital.
Well, the greatest part about this is it wasn't based off that, because the hospital owned them.
But I would still say go to the hospital. That way they can run more tests. At least you know they would have took her. At least we know they would have took her oxygen level, and they would have seen that it was going down.
Well, I kind of beg difference on that, because in time the president of the hospital told her you could have told her somewhere else. That kind of redundant to the statement. You know, it kind of shoots the statement down after that point. It's like, okay, well, where do we go from here? You know, but in the end, it shouldn't been, but it was. But I wanted to be wrong so bad. I wanted that child not to have pneumonia so bad. I told her mother, I said, when we was waiting on the autopsy, I said, Lord, please, if it was something else, I would have been hurt, but I would accept it a little bit better than being what we asked that it was. But that's what we had to deal with. And, our family have grown, and God have blessed us tremendously since then. We have been blessed to have additional 5 kids since then. And I thank God for every chance that He gave me to be a father, and to have my better half, and to see I raise my children up to be very respectable young men and women, and to get a good education, and to be self-efficient.
Alright guys, that's just our story time on how our daughter passed away. If you guys have any questions, feel free to comment in the comment section below, you guys. Yeah, so I guess I'll be seeing y'all in the next video. Thanks you guys for watching. Pretty girl. Hi, Mia. Hi, thank you. Hi, thank you.